Ah, look at that. The humble skillet, found in every kitchen around the world. It's the embodiment of every chef's ambition, but ambition alone doesn't make a champion. This clash of culinary connoisseurs is the ultimate battle to be the best. Our contestants will fight it out to prove they have what it takes to be a cut above the rest. I'm Elon Gold, and this is Skillet. Welcome to Skillet. This is a show where our competitors will have their passion for all things culinary put to the test. They'll be met with a series of challenges, each one designed to showcase their creativity, versatility, and most of all, their skill. And all of this to prove that they have what it takes to become Skillet champion. For each challenge, they'll have access to our kosher pantry, fridge, and freezer. They'll also be up against the clock. Once their time runs out, our judges will determine who made the most of the challenge and who just couldn't. Skillet. It's time to meet our competitors.
My name is Moshe Block. I'm from Los Angeles, California, and I'm co-owner of Sugar Sushi. So I've been a foodie ever since I was a kid. Always, want to get in the kitchen, on the barbecue. It's definitely a passion of mine.
My name is Khalid Klein. I'm from Los Angeles, and I'm an attorney. Growing up, my mother was very into cooking, and slowly but surely I would help her out in the kitchen. I got more and more into it as the years went on.
My name is Baruch Tzvi, originally from the East Coast, and I've been private chefing and catering. Bar mitzvahs, shav brachos, bris.
My name is Moshe Nafisi. I live in the Valley Village area of Los Angeles. My day job, I'm a mortgage broker. 3-4 years ago, I got into barbecue and smoking meats. I'll do some smoked brisket, smoked ribs, some pastrami, and yeah, supposedly it's really good.
Welcome to Skillet. Today will be the first in a series of challenges that will test your ability to bring the heat and stay cool under pressure. The winner of Skillet will win our grand prize. This is exciting. It's an exclusive private barrel of Herzog wine from the Herzog wine cellar, value of $20,000. Now, you'll be judged by our panel of judges who will rate your dish on taste, plating, creativity, and how well you met the challenge. You'll also have access to our bonus basket. Using any ingredient from this basket will give you extra points on your final score. Today's bonus ingredient basket contains beet juice, julienne beets, and my personal favorite, Meal Mart pastrami. Now, if you guys thought we were just going to ease you into this, well, you're in the wrong place. This is Oxnard, for crying out loud. For your first challenge, you'll need to create 3 small bites fitting for any upscale party or event. One of your small bites must contain Geffen wonton wrappers.
This is gonna be crazy. Having to make 3 separate dishes, all being one bite each, was kind of overwhelming at first because there was so many ideas going through my head.
When I hear the challenge, I'm relieved because the idea of small bites is something that I'm familiar with, and I have a game plan right away.
Contestants, let's get fired up. You have 60 minutes to shop, cook, and plate 3 of each bite. And your time starts now.
I know that I'm going to be making a ceviche style fish, so right away I wanted to get different citruses in my basket.
I love different flavors, different colors. Especially being in the kosher world, you're limited to what you could make and what you could eat. So I'm constantly trying to find dishes and convert them into kosher options.
All right, let's meet our judges. First up is head chef right here at the beautiful and fabulous Tierra Sur. Also star of Under the Hood on Kosherdotcom. This is Chef Gabe Garcia, everybody. In the house, as we say, in the house. Also with us is chef and owner of the famed LA restaurant La Gondola. Chef Nir Weinblut is in the house. And finally, we have chef and owner of Nes Events, the premier kosher catering company of Los Angeles. Chef Drew Rosen, everybody, yes. When you do your shopping, what are you looking for besides the obvious, which are ingredients?
I think you just got to keep it simple. You know what I mean? Don't go crazy. Hopefully they don't forget what they have too. I mean, you got a deep fryer, you have a convection oven. You know what I mean? Convection oven's gonna save your life with timing.
When I see that fryer, I'm going to use it to make sure that my dishes are going to taste as good as they can be.
They're very intense, they're very focused. I already see who the winner's gonna be. I'm not gonna say who. Just based on the way they take the food out of the basket.
Most people would say that I am a competitive person. I might have to agree with them.
I love the challenge of competing with other people and always trying to come out on top.
Look at the intensity, you could see it in their eyes. Not you so much, but him.
Cooking puts me in a zone. I love the opportunity to go full foodie.
I think one of the biggest problems with small bites like this is people that focus on having it be 3 or 4 bites as opposed to 1 bite.
Yeah.
For the first small bite, I'm making a cured salmon appetizer in a soy sauce and lemon juice mixture. This will be placed on top of a crispy tortilla. There will be a little sauce underneath the tortilla with some caramelized leeks, and on top there'll be a avocado to round it all out.
My first dish is a lamb slider. Did a balsamic glaze on it, cooking both sides evenly, toasting up some crostinis that I made from a French bread, smothered on some ranch that I threw together.
The first thing I'm going to be making is chicken wonton with julienne beet puree to get the bonus points. I think it's going to come out amazing.
So for my first dish, I'm making a roasted garlic and herb-crusted rack of lamb. So the first thing that I know I got to do is I got to get the lamb ready. I got to start Frenching the lamb and cutting off the excess fats.
I think it's important that they continue to focus on one dish at a time and keep them separated. Multitasking is the hardest part in the kitchen.
Guys, you've got 45 minutes.
The first thing that I do is throw the chicken in the oven. While those are cooking, I'll start getting all the sides ready.
Are you concerned about what your competitors are doing?
Not at all.
Not at all.
I just gotta focus what I'm doing.
The second dish that I'm making is a lamb sausage that I'm going to wrap in a wonton wrapper. And I also threw in there some pastrami, which was one of the bonus ingredients.
Whoever makes the 4th thing wins. I'll just tell you right now, hands down. Just make 4 of everything.
My second dish is a seared sea bass on a bed of parsnip puree. And on top of the sea bass, just for color and a little flavor, make a roasted pepper sauce.
So my second dish is a veal ranch pizza. I found some tortillas that I'm going to throw into the oven and utilize the ranch dressing that I'm going to make for the burgers. So I infused the beet juice inside the veal and I sauteed up some onions and mushrooms.
It's really hard just sitting by and watching,
Yeah.
Especially there's so many little things that you just, like one word to them, they could help them, but
I realized after I cooked the lamb that they were a little too big for the wonton wrappers, especially after you wrap them in pastrami. So I was stuck. So I tried to glue 2 wonton wrappers together with egg to see if they will hold. And they all come out exactly like I planned.
So for my second bite, I wanted to do ceviche style, and I kind of wanted to do like a fun tropical take on it. So I grabbed some pineapple, chop it up, kind of get my citrus mix going. Knife skills are not really my strongest point, so that's another thing that I'm worried as I'm kind of chopping the salmon is, am I going to do a good enough job? Is it going to be nice small pieces?
We talk about how kosher food is challenging, but the truth is, meat is meat. Once you have the lamb chop, it's the same thing as whether it's kosher or not.
Most of the products are very similar, the same. There's
Yeah.
no reason to be in a handicap when it comes to kosher. That's what people don't realize. Fish is fish, produce is produce,
Right.
The meat is meat.
The third dish that I'm making is a boneless fried chicken. I'm taking a bone-in thigh and I'm deboning it myself. And then I put it in my spice flour and my parve buttermilk. I was talking to my son last night about coming to the competition, and he told me that if I make this chicken, I'm for sure gonna win. So.
First time I look up at the clock and it says there's like 30 minutes left, and I was like shocked. I really thought to have like 45 or at least 50 minutes left. And I turn around to Kalev at his station. He's got this gorgeous, nice, crispy fried chicken. And I was like, wow, how'd that happen? I was definitely starting to feel the heat.
What are you thinking right now? There's 36 minutes double chai left.
I'm worried. Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's enough done for this amount of time.
Really?
My third dish is take the lamb and kind of not pull it, but kind of like cut them into little pieces and put them on a toasted bread, maybe with some jam, and make them as like a little hors d'oeuvre sandwich.
Oh my God. What's that?
Go for it.
The julienne beets are one of the bonus ingredients, and I figure that the acid in the pickled beets would go good with the heavy fried chicken.
This is some fried chicken, huh? Let me taste. Oh my God, thank you. This is the best gig I've ever had.
My third dish is a salmon ceviche. I make it all the time. I love working with cilantro, fresh lemon and lime, putting that on top of a nice crispy wonton.
And for my third dish, I really wanted to try to showcase the bonus ingredients of the wonton wrappers and the pastrami. So right away my mind goes, all right, let's make pastrami-filled wontons. Figured we're here at the Herzog Winery, so why not incorporate some of their wines into my dipping sauce. So I quickly grabbed the Pinot Grigio, popped that open, tasted a little bit of course to make sure that it's gonna work with the sauce. Got some of the Dijon mustard, incorporated some of the Pinot Grigio, some of the apricot jam, and that was kind of my dipping sauce.
Guys, 24 minutes left. This is getting very intense. I'm a little scared for some of you.
Yeah, me too.
The wontons are really simple. Pop them out of the fridge, open the packaging, and throw them into the fryer. But my deep fryer wasn't heating anymore.
I think my fryer's not working.
I went over to Kalev and he let me use his deep fryer and finish up my last 3 wontons.
Yours is not working either.
It's not.
Now I've got the wontons kind of like all ready to go. Pop into the deep fryer and you hear all the sizzle. I kind of go back, grab my plates, get everything situated, and turn back to check on the wontons, and all of a sudden I see that they're popping open. I was like, oh my God, this is not what I want happening right now.
I see that is not looking good.
What's not looking good?
It's none of your concern.
Che si tratti del gusto fresco dei pomodori appena colti e perfettamente maturati dal sole del Mediterraneo, dei sapori ricchi e complessi dell'aceto balsamico della famosa regione di Modena, o di prodotti di forno realizzati con tradizioni che si tramandano a generazioni, Tuscanini si ripromette di portarvi il meglio dell'Italia. Buon appetito! Hey, English! Oh, I am sorry. Tuscanini is the best of Italy in your home.
10 minutes left.
I see that I still have a little bit of time left, so I quickly ran back, grabbed some more of the pastrami, a few more of the wonton wrappers, and I basically started, again, making sure this time that they're closed properly so that when they go into the deep fryer, they don't open up.
I think one of the things with Moshe that concerns me the most is that he pre-plated that lamb burger.
Yeah.
That bread can get soggy, lamb can get cold, it could wilt the lettuce or whatever else is on there.
So that was kind of a mistake.
I think so.
Oh, and I liked him. Too bad.
You know, I've got too many things going on my station at one time, and I'm kind of bouncing back and forth between my ceviche bite and the rack of lamb.
Man down, man down.
Thank God you shut that off. Take points off for pureeing, gave me a headache. Are you doing okay with just under 3 minutes left?
3 minutes?
Yeah.
No way.
Is PG cooking fish right now?
This whole thing started about an hour ago.
Oh, so you're not being silly, right?
I don't know if you've been here for this, but you've had a good 57 minutes. Ooh, those look good.
I don't think I'm gonna be able to make this actual specific sandwich. You know, a lamb chop is still a finger food, so you could actually just pick it up. I definitely want to take the jelly and first of all loosen it up and make it maybe a little bit more of a relish, but I just don't have the time.
What's that, a grogger? Is it Purim already again?
Ooh, less than 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
My food processor wasn't working. I even got out my hand blender and that just was not doing the trick. I think I got a defective one.
I'm finishing a sauce and making sure my plates look good. I feel like I'm in pretty good shape. I don't feel like I'm rushed for things.
I'm getting nervous for everybody.
Really? No, don't get nervous.
Clean up the plates, clean up the plates.
Here we go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Look at that. All right, competitors, let's head over to the dining room for tasting. Welcome to the dining room at the fantastic Tierra Sur restaurant at the Herzog Winery, normally run by the one and only Chef Gabe. But today, it's not about you, my friend. It's about our contestants. It's time to present your small bites. Moshe, why don't you tell our judges what you've prepared for them?
All right, so we started it off with a salmon ceviche on top of our crispy wonton, and it's topped with a garlic chili sauce.
I don't see a lot of happy, smiling faces. Chef Gabe?
Flavors, man, phenomenal. You have some acid, you have some texture, you got some heat.
Nice. Chef Nir?
The only thing for me is the wonton, a little bit too much oil. Either the oil was not hot enough or you should have let it drench, but you have the flavor, you've got the crunch.
Couple quick things. I think the onions are a little bit too big. When you get a bite of a big piece of onion, it can be overpowering, but overall it's a very good dish.
Very nice. Apparently, Chef Drew has a date later this evening. Concerned about the onions. All right, next up, Moshe, what do you got?
So we've got a balsamic glazed lamb slider on top of a pastrami bacon,
What's the sauce?
almost like a Thousand Island with a sriracha kick.
Chef Nir, what are your initial thoughts?
Small bites scared me a little bit. You know, do I eat it with a fork? Do I eat it with a knife? Do I take it apart? Do I open it?
Your wife's not here, you can pick it up.
Open face would probably be a better option just because the bread is a little thick, but the flavors are good and I do like the combination.
You made something small and full of flavor. You nailed it.
Thank you, Chef.
So what was your third dish?
My third dish is a veal ranch pizza, and I infused the veal in the beet juice. I took the julienne beets and I fried them up and used it as a garnish on top.
When you kind of discussed what it was, I was a little concerned, but I think the beets really complement the lamb well.
Shout outs to the ranch, man. I'm sorry, like, that's a California thing. But I didn't get the flavor of the beets, which I was yearning for, and I think you could have went a little crazier with it.
I want another slice. I mean, I like the sriracha in it, the flavor, and good texture.
This was the best of the 3 dishes you made.
All right, thank you, Moshe. And now, Kalev, what have you cooked up for our chefs?
So first I got a piece of salmon that was cured in a little lemon juice and soy sauce on a crispy tortilla with some caramelized leeks, and a little spicy sauce in the bottom, topped with an avocado.
Chef Gabe, how is it?
Let me get another bite.
Yeah, please. You know, it's only a 20-minute show.
What was the sauce again?
It's a mayonnaise with Israeli shug, and it wasn't really spicy enough, so I added a little cayenne in there to give it a little kick.
A little less of the sauce on the bottom, the aioli, would have been, you know, right on the money. But overall, good flavor.
I love leek. I have to say it's very genius use of leek. I agree with a little bit too much of the sauce, but the leek really bought my flavor.
The salmon tasted very good, and I think that's really the key component of the dish, but the leeks kind of overpowered it for me.
All right, next up, what do we have?
And next we have a lamb sausage wrapped in pastrami inside a wonton with a little mustard honey dipping sauce.
Deep fried pastrami, so this is the healthy choice.
It's obviously very messy, especially for a small bite. I thought the lamb sausage was extremely well seasoned, tasted great.
I would not eat this at the theater, first of all. It is big.
Let's just talk about the bubbles, bro. These are awesome. I really love honey mustard. That's my go-to sauce. I'm excited to see what's next.
Finally, we have a piece of fried chicken. That's a piece of dark meat that was deboned, skin still on it, batter fried, and you have a little ranch-style sauce with it and a little pickled beets to cut the heaviness of the fried chicken.
This is something I would do here at the bar. The crust of the chicken is on point. I have nothing bad to say about this dish.
A lot of times you're eating fried chicken, it's all greasy, it's oily. The batter is not oily at all.
The breading is excellent. I would have probably not chosen all 3 fried dishes, but besides that, you did a great job.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Kalev. Next up is BZ. What do you have for our chefs?
So the first focus was bite size. So we were very zoomed in that you should be able to take a bite and taste all the flavors. The first is a piece of sea bass, roasted peppers, sauce on top, and a parsnip puree.
So I thought the sea bass was well cooked. I think the parsnips are probably spent a little too much time pureeing and they're a little gluey.
I love parsnip. I get the gluiness, but I don't mind it. The only thing is the green sauce. Was it shallots you put in there?
Yeah, I put some shallots, yeah.
Too strong, so it's very overpowering. So it's kind of right now in my mouth, I need a mint.
You brought some bold flavors. Like you put some time and some love. You could taste it. It almost was there.
The second dish is a fried wonton with a julienne beet puree.
What's inside?
Chicken.
What do you think, Chef Nir?
The only dish so far that one bite and really goes with the sauce. I tasted the chicken, I tasted the beet. Tasted really nice, really sweet.
This is what we wanted. You used the wontons.
Overall, it was the best tasting dish I've tried so far.
Thank you.
That's a big compliment. What's your third dish?
My third dish was actually lunchtime. It's bite size in the aspect of just eating the lamb, or you could actually turn it into a sandwich on the go.
What kind of sauce is this?
The topping is just a jelly,
Just straight jelly?
straight jelly.
Chef Drew, what do you think?
Lamb chop is perfectly cooked. I don't quite understand a full piece of ciabatta bread as a sandwich to go, especially with the bone in the lamb chop. You know, straight jelly sauces doesn't give the same effort you did with the rest of the dishes.
Polar opposite of the challenge, right?
The bread, unnecessary. I didn't eat the bread at all. I just really picked it up with my finger to enjoy the lamb.
My goal is to really shave it and make little sandwiches.
Well, we all have goals, don't we?
Yes.
Great job, BZ. Next up, the other Moshe.
Chefs, to start off with, this is my version of a tropical ceviche. We've got some chopped pineapple in there and finished it off with some lime zest.
Nice presentation. You're just missing a little bit citrus for me, a little bit of spice.
You took advantage of your plates more than anyone else in the competition using a combination. I like the lime zest. I thought it gave it a nice touch. I just thought it was a little undersalted.
Rule number 1, guys, you have to try your food while you're cooking it. Salt can make or break you.
Salt can make or break you, and no one knows that better than Lot's wife. Let's take a look at our second dish.
For the second dish, I try to showcase the bonus ingredients. So we have a pastrami empanada, and on the base of it, we have a apricot jam, and I utilize a little bit of the Pinot Grigio in that apricot sauce as well.
So I like bites with contrast. In this one, man, you got this sweet and you got this mustard. Boom, little explosion. And perfect size, too.
Could have used maybe a little garnish or something. It kind of looked a little flat with the color of the empanada and the sauce being the same.
We were all nervous about this. You made them a second time. We're like, this is gonna be probably the worst dish. And I have to say, this is probably one of the best sauces I tasted today, actually.
And for the third dish, I've got a roasted garlic and herb crusted lamb chop. And on the bottom, we've got some of the julienne beets, and I incorporated some potatoes into that. So it's like a beet potato mash.
I think you went for the gusto here. The beet in the potatoes, it's a great idea. I might steal that.
I think the lamb's a touch overcooked. The beet's a little bit undersalted, but the lamb makes up for it because that's really well seasoned.
I mean, the plating is beautiful. I just tasted the lamb with no rub, no garlic, no the herb. I didn't have any in my piece, so maybe theirs did, mine didn't.
Thank you, Chef.
Competitors, thank you so much for all your great hard work. Our judges will now deliberate and decide which of you did not skillet today. Thank you, you're excused. Okay, judges, let's start with Moshe Block. What'd you think?
His plates were all very big. They were more restaurant-style appetizers than they were catering-style hors d'oeuvres. I thought the flavors were good, and he certainly has, I think, the most experience. I don't think he went out of his comfort zone quite enough on some of the items.
When I saw the presentation, I'm like, he's a rock star. You know, he seemed very put together. He was walking confident, his head up, chest out. His presentation was there, but it was too big. Everything was fork and knife, and you had to fight for it.
He nailed it on flavor, guys. It's just when he started putting sriracha and everything, I think I heard sriracha 3 times. It kind of took away the jazz from like the beats.
What about Kalev?
Really was impressed with his chicken. Perfectly executed. Other things, yeah, it was kind of hit or miss.
The salmon tostada for me was probably the worst dish I tried today.
Not impressed at all with his presentation, and for sure nothing was bite-sized.
In your opinion, you think the chicken was the best dish of the day?
I think the Beggar's Purse by BZ was the best.
He nailed it, perfect size.
What about the ciabatta?
Even if I want to close it like a pizza, you can't eat it. I mean, it made 0 sense.
It was overlapping the plate.
Well, let's not forget too, it was full of garlic.
And by contrast, we had Moshe Nefisi's lamb, which was
Perfectly Frenched on the nice wooden board. BZ's lamb was more flavorful, but I would enjoy eating Moshe's more because of the accessibility to it.
So chefs, would you say this is a tough call?
They each brought something strong to it. They each fell down a little bit along the way.
And have you made that decision yet?
I made my decision there.
I believe so. Yeah.
Competitors, you all did an admirable job creating your small bites, and one of you stood out amongst the rest, and you'll have an advantage in the next challenge. The winner of today's challenge is Moshe Block. Congratulations, Moshe. Unfortunately, there is only room for 3 in the next challenge. The competitor who didn't skillet today and will be going home is BZ.
Competing in Skillet was so exciting. The first time I've ever done something of this sort. The atmosphere was just complete fun. You just gotta keep going because there's always new opportunity, there's always new challenges.
That means that Moshe Nefisi and Kalev, you will be joining us in the next round. Congratulations, everybody. Make sure you're ready to turn up the heat in our next episode of Skillet. On the next Skillet, are you ready for your challenge?
I froze. I didn't know what to do.
Oh no, not again.
With a competition like this, you let something get in your head and you're done.
Behind.
He just got an injury right now.
Gosh. I need someplace to put the thing down.
Competitors, we have a little surprise for you.